Let me thank Chairman Morelli and also Mayor Duffy for their great service. I started out as a county chair, and I won't tell the whole story because I do have to drive back to Burlington, but being a county chair is a lot of hard work, and the pay is great, right, Joe? So I really appreciate his hard work and his organizational ability. Actually, I realize now that we have two things in common. We both served in the House and were county chair at the same time, which is even harder, but I really appreciate it. And I have to say, I actually came to this part of New York State because I was in Syracuse earlier for Dan Maffei, and I'm here because we need to make Eric Massa our next congressman. Change. They really do want to change. And they don't just want to change in Western New York. On Tuesday, in the state of Mississippi, we got to change. Last Tuesday, in the state of Louisiana, we got to change. And a couple of months ago, in central rural Illinois, in former Speaker Denny Hastert's district, we got to change. And we are going to keep changing until the Congress of the United States begins to respect the American people again. This has been a long primary season, and I have to be the referee, so both candidates think I'm favoring the other one, which I suppose is like the referee at the Syracuse-UConn games, right? But the truth is, from looking outside from the point of view of the party, this has been an unbelievable campaign season. First of all, two fantastic, really extraordinary human beings campaigning for President of the United States. 35 million people have turned out in the Democratic primaries. We have every one of those names in our voter file, and you're going to get them all to help your guys win when we get it done. Well, in these campaigns, over 1 million people have left the Republican Party in all these states so they can vote for a Democrat for President of the United States, which we know they're going to do in November as well. You know what? Republicans want change too, and they're not going to get it with John McCain, who needs 40 more years of George W. Bush. Think about Senator McCain's position on the war. You know, our folks have said they would be out of Iraq sometime within 14 to 18 months. Now, let's suppose there's a little slippage and it's not for 2 years. The difference between our candidates and John McCain on Iraq is he'd like to stay in Iraq for 98 years more than we'd like to stay in Iraq. We don't need to be in Iraq for 100 years for any reason, Senator. You don't understand. It's not whether we're in combat or we're not. We need that money here at home to help our school system, to be our health care. To get jobs back in America. We need that money here at home. We don't want 4 more years of George W. Bush's war policy in Iraq. Well, Senator McCain believes the Bush tax cuts should be extended. Of course, he was against them before he was for them. But he believes the antidote to America's problems in the economy are to extend the Bush tax cuts. He believes, in other words, in exactly the same economic policy that George Bush employed to give us $4 gas and give us fewer people with health insurance and raise our unemployment rate. We can do better than this. We don't want 4 more years of George W. Bush. And on the economy, John McCain is 4 more years of George W. Bush. When the Democrats took over the Congress, we passed a bill that would extend the children's health insurance program to cover pretty much every child in America under 18 years old. George Bush vetoed that bill, and John McCain stood up and said, I approve of that veto, and if I'm president, I'll veto it too. 4 more years of George W. Bush's policies on health care. Senator McCain, we don't need that. You may go back to Arizona and retire. We don't need 4 more